Another week. It's time for Homegrown Happy Hour. I'm Frank Jr., and this week we are breaching the Ohio borders. My guest is going to be Brent Lowry. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Real quick special thanks to our sponsor, My First House Realtor Matt Bush is an awesome RE/MAX home buyer. If you're a first-time home buyer, I should say, Matt is your guy. He specializes in the most stressful part of your life where buying a first home is, kind of something we all have to do, and Matt's your guy. So give him a call, 586-843-6869, or follow him on Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, at My First House in Michigan's MI. That being said, Brent, what's up, dude?
How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. You drove a long way to be here. I appreciate your time.
Dude, I don't get up this early usually.
Well, you've been on the show a few times, but for those of us that haven't heard you yet, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Brent Lowry, and I come from Ohio. Country music, more so outlaw kind of stuff. Like to sing songs with the meaning. So I write a lot of songs, and I play a lot of good songs, and I play all over the country.
Describe outlaw country.
Well, that's a broad statement pretty much, but just basically the Willie Whalen style of country again, and the art of storytelling. That's kind of the big thing of outlaw, I think. That's like the big majority.
Fantastic. So one of the cool things, too, about you coming on today is that you have this idea, this little glimmer in your eye of a new album.
Yes.
That you're trying to get the word out about.
Yes, this is a brand new album I'm working on right now. I got some songs done with it. We are working hard to get it so we can get it out there by next year. This is the first full album I've done. I've put out EPs in the past, but this is the first full album I'm about to do. So this is a big thing for me.
So all 3 songs today are going to be on this new album.
Yeah, all these songs today will be on the new album. One of them will be a single that'll be releasing later on this year.
But that's pretty much all we got. You don't have a name for the album yet.
No.
It's like that's glimmer in your eye. Like
yeah,
it's a baby.
glimmer in my eye. We're working on it. I have no idea what it's going to be. In fact, maybe like 5 minutes till I release it, I'll finally figure out a name for it.
Right? Well, let's get right into it, though. This first song you're going to do is called Lonesome Road.
Yes. This is a song I wrote. I have depressing days. Everybody has depressing days, and it's a kind of a depressive song, but, I guess it's the meaning of it is more so even though you're walking this lonesome road, there are people in your life that come in to make it a little bit better, but you just got to continue marching on, man. That's kind of the basis of the song.
Well, let's check it out.
All right, this is called Lonesome Road. I hear a lonesome howl under the moon on a silent night, singing a lonesome tune on a dark dreary night, so damn so cold. At least I know that I'm not alone on this lonesome road. Oh, life's been wild, buddy, it's treated me rough. Had to grow up, man, had no choice but to grow up tough. Some say I'm an outlaw, oh, if you call me a saint, but I'm just a man with a gun in my hand, trying to find my way. Oh, life has been lonesome, oh, so sad and blue. Oh, so much pain, sorrow I've been through. Deep down inside, oh, I hope I find my way to a heaven up above. Will be my saving grace. Oh, 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 I hear lonesome howl under the moon. At least I know that I'm not alone on this lonesome road. It's called Lonesome Road right there. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Who taught you to sing?
Well, my grandpa was actually a gospel singer. So he kind of did it in a little way, man. I spent some time on that choir doing that whole gospel-y thing, you know. So I feel like a little bit of my gospel roots comes from him. He was a great, great gospel singer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
So you got some shows coming up. You open up for Thompson Square.
Thompson Square this Saturday in Hamilton, Indiana. It'll be at Double H Farms. It's going to be a great time, man.
That's a pretty awesome. That's a big name.
Yeah, it's
Thompson
a big
Square.
name. Yeah,
that's
dude.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, they are a good band. I'm excited to play for them. It's my first time playing for those guys. Last show I had that was with the Nashville act was Joe Diffie right before the pandemic, and God rest his soul. He's an awesome, awesome musician. But
that must have been fun too.
Oh man, that was a good time. He was having a good time. He was under the influence. I tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, like you weren't.
No, okay, all right. We're not talking about that, man.
But you're not that stranger to the road either. Like you tour a lot. You're in a lot of different states a lot.
Yeah, I even through the pandemic, like that was one thing that was crazy because before the pandemic, I just got off of a cruise. I played a cruise in the Caribbean, and then we kind of, all my plans for the year got kind of scuffed, and then I was basically in Ohio for a while, but then I have a great manager who really helped me out a lot, booked me in all the states surrounding Ohio, and then I went out to Oregon before the pandemic too. Now I'm starting to get back on the road again. I'm going to have some shows in Florida coming up. I got some I just had a show in Illinois. West Virginia before that. I have some more coming in West Virginia. Shout out to my West Virginia people. And then down in Kentucky again here pretty shortly as well. So it's going to be I love traveling out of state, man.
So last time you were on the show, you said Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this up because last time you were on the show, you were looking forward to going and playing Oregon for the first time. And it was like a red dirt scene that you were excited to play.
It was.
So you did that, you came back, and now you want to go again. Because like with you playing in Illinois, you were telling me that you want to go to Iowa and then start making your way west, establishing yourself in these different cities, and then until you make it back there again.
Right. So the first time I went out there,
idea.
Yeah, it is. Because like the first time out there, I flew. Now I want to actually like start touring my way out to Oregon. I got established there. Shout out to my Oregon peeps too. But no, they were great out there in Oregon, and I want to come back there. So we're gonna try to make that roadmap out to Oregon, man, and that way we can start touring back and forth all the way, through all the western states, man. It'd be sweet.
Yeah, because the more you talk about that, I think about your guitar case, which we'll get to in a little bit, but it's got like Mount Rushmore and all these different places, like the Caribbean.
Man.
Which, how sweet is it you got to go to the Caribbean before the pandemic?
Dude.
Right before it happened.
Like literally, like I think 2 days or a day after I got back is when they kept all the cruise ships out in the ocean. That's how close I hit it. But yeah, it was the most amazing time. I became a beach bum after that.
Do you play on the beach, or do you play like in a bar, or what's the scene over there?
Well, I played on the ship. I played off the ship on the beach, and it was vacation-y, man. The whole time. It was great. I loved it.
That'd be fun.
Every minute, man. Yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time.
So this next song is Forever Man. I can imagine you played this on the cruise ship.
Yeah, I did. And there's a lot. And, like every cruise ship has like couples on it. So, like, this is a perfect song for them. This is definitely this is the first love song I ever wrote, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I never wrote a love song before. I wanted to write something. It turned into something that I feel like could be a good wedding song for everybody listening. If they want to have a wedding song, this is the perfect one. So
I need to learn how to do that. Look at the camera.
yeah, I'm like,
perfect.
hey,
You've
by the
done this
way,
before. You've done this more than I have.
a little bit.
But I was gonna say this is gonna be the first single, and I was gonna ask why. But if it's the first love song you wrote,
yeah,
and
it's
you
the
have
first
a
love
plan
song.
for it.
Well,
good.
and like I wrote the song, and I started playing it out, and just the response I got to it was just so crazy already. Like it's definitely a lot of people's favorite song already, and I haven't released it yet. So I can't wait till I release this thing, man. I've had some great musicians play on this song for me, and it's turned out to be a really great song. So I'm really excited to release it.
So this will be the first single, and I'm trying to look at the camera while I say this. This will be the first single. It's Forever Man. Brent
I
Lowry.
taught him something, guys.
Yeah, right? Learn something new every day. Perfect.
All right, this is called Forever Man. Here we go. I could walk 1,000 miles and never see the deep blue sea, or head down to Appalachia just to see those fall trees, or the Badlands of South Dakota. Sure a sight to see. I could sit on to chase a dream, but in your arms I'd rather be. And I said I loved you at least 1,000,000 times. Just can't seem to ever get you off my mind. I won't rest until you wear my ring on your left hand and make a vow to make me your forever man. Well, I've seen the beautiful Smoky Mountains, the redwoods and Yosemite, but without you here by my side, oh, they're just trees and rocks to me. As the sun sets over West Virginia and the stars come out at night, whoa, all I see is your face. I'll be home by morning light, and I said I loved you at least 1,000,000 times. Just can't seem to ever get you off my mind. I won't rest until you wear my ring on your left hand and make a vow to make me forever man. You're forever man. And I said I loved you at least 1,000,000 times. Just can't seem to ever get you off my mind. I won't rest until you wear my ring on your left hand. Make a vow to make me a forever man. You're forever man. You're forever man. Please make me your forever man. Thank you, man. A little forever man right
That's
there.
going to be the new single, Forever Man.
Yeah, man. It's going to be the new one. A lot of guys and girls are gonna, make. I'm not gonna say that. No, have a good time with that.
It's the first love song you wrote, though. What is it? Something hard about writing love songs that you just don't do it, or
I just never tried about it. I never thought about it. I just kind of I was like, yeah, whiskey and beards and horses or something like that.
That's the formula.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
yeah, especially for an outlaw dude,
right?
But no, I just some guy actually, I don't remember who it was like, you should really write a love song, and just at that point, I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure, I'll try it. And so there was no inspiration behind it. I just was like, I want to write a love song, and then I started it just kind of came out, and I started taking places, and I'm like, somebody's beauty versus places, put that together. I think it's a good love song right there.
I like that. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had advice for an aspiring musician, because you've been doing this for how long now?
It's been about 11 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you had a piece of advice, what would it be?
Be as original as you can be. Be yourself, and don't sign any developmental deals. There you
go. What's a developmental deal?
I've had a lot of friends that have gone and done that, but as far as I know, it's more so you're kind of on the back burner, and so.
You're like a plan B.
Yeah, you're like a plan B, man. Yeah, so plan Bs don't usually work out too well. So usually people in Nashville kind of know what they're doing. So plan A is usually pretty good. But yeah, if you're in that, man, you're plan B. You're just kind of stuck behind that.
So what is it like? They just tell you when you can play and when you can't play.
I don't know the full thing about that, but yeah, I've had some. I know there was one guy in that I talked to. I'm not gonna name names or anything, but I know for him, he couldn't play, and literally ruined his whole career because he just kind of got stuck behind that and couldn't go on tours or doing like that. He ended up just working a normal 9-to-5 job during the whole time and just extra money from that label, I guess.
And music's just your thing, though.
Yeah, it's all I do. It's my full-time thing, yeah.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, that would not go so well for me.
Well, I mean, I'm just not a lot of people can say that. They don't want to bring up what they do.
Right.
Now it's usually not just the music.
Yeah, I mean,
usually.
Right, and
it's pretty interesting.
I kind of live like an unconventional lifestyle, man. I my whole life basically has ended up becoming everything about horses and music because I worked in the horse realm for a while. I did that, and there's no money in horses. Let me tell you, it's just a money pit, man. So if anybody's looking for to get in the horse world, if you like horses, sure, but it's gonna be a money pit too. So yeah.
So we talked about Thompson Square. You got the show coming up Saturday.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you've opened up for Joe Diffie.
Yeah, I went for a lot of people. Yeah, Joe Diffie was my last one before this. Yeah.
What's the coolest? What's your what's the story, your go-to story of someone you've opened for?
I'd say probably the best one, the biggest one I've ever done was Toby Keith at Put-in Bay.
Okay.
That was a pretty big one. That was it was called Bash in the Bay. I think it was their first one. They've had
4 or 5 years
now.
ago.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, it was a big one, man. That was definitely a big one. Probably the most excited I got was it's probably Toby Keith too. Yeah, but there's been a bunch of them. I play with Brothers Osborne before they actually got really big. That was kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, they had, that song "Rum" they had. That was like their first hit.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't remember that song, and I remember that because I played with them during that time, and they had just come out with that other big hit they did, but it wasn't big yet. And so it was just cool to be there, talk to those guys. The next thing you know, they're shot up and they're huge.
I remember I got to meet John, the tall one,
yeah,
the deep voice. I met him by chance, and I didn't know who he was at first.
He does not look like
no,
especially his brother. So he has the cowboy hat on, the long hair, and then you have his brother is just ball cap.
And then when you walk away, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was him. That's
crazy, right?
That's the way you got to do it, though. If you're a star like that, if you can go incognito just like that.
I don't know what I would do, man.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I become a recluse just because of this, I like to kind of hide away, man.
I went off the grid for 2.5 years. I get it.
Yeah, I know.
I get it. No one knew where I went.
So him, he used to talk to me all the time. Then all of a sudden, he just ghosted me.
Well, things just happen,
Just like a girl, man. What the heck?
It is. Okay, so that's the thing. Actually, I want to get into that because, I'm not going to talk about anything bad, but one of the hardest things back in my day being in the radio was the social media.
Yeah.
That to me, with this, it's even tough. But that was the hardest thing to me because it's I just talk. I don't type.
Right.
But you have to do it.
Yeah.
So, but what do you? Are you on social media a lot? Is it big in your game or?
I'm not really good at social media. I'll admit that. But
you have to have a team.
Yeah,
you have to.
I have somebody who helps me out with that too now, and that helps a lot. I used to be really involved in it, and it's just sometimes it's so much work for just a little bit of extra reward out of it. I mean, and it's worth it, like it is, but just coming up with all the content that like I used to do, like when I used to be with my old band, we used to constantly like work tirelessly on trying to get new content out there, and we'd be working all the time, and then maybe it ups our shows a little bit, but it's a crazy thing, man. Like there's a lot of work that goes into social media and trying to like put stuff on there.
And a lot of it too is it's easier to like react off somebody, and a lot of times when you're doing the social media, you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was on the radio, like it would be like they want it out, and it's a cool idea, but like a lot of it's based off the interaction you would get with someone who's calling in. So if you've got nobody around you, like if it's me just talking to you, not just you, just your chair, I should say, not just you.
Right.
At least there is just you. We can have some banter back and forth, but like that's like when we started the show. It's like I'd rather just wing the show. Mm-hmm. Can you tell we're winging it?
Yeah, I know, right? No, we're not winging it at all.
Not at all, no. But to me though, honestly, like winging it is better.
Absolutely.
I feel like if you to give someone kind of like what you're going with, they'll come up with a great answer, and then when they go live with the answer, it won't be the same. It won't even be close to what they just said.
Honestly,
what
I feel is like lately, the last year, I've stopped using a set list. I just kind of play whatever is in my head next.
Feel the vibe.
Yeah, and then I do a lot of requests, and it's like just the whole different vibe of that, man. It's a great feeling. It's different. Every show is different then. Every show's an experience.
As someone who takes requests, what's the one you hate to hear? Yeah, can you play blank?
This is gonna be like everybody is gonna be like, "Yep, Freebird." It's still as prevalent now.
I was gonna say Freebird, but I thought that was like, really? They asked you to play it? It's like a 9-minute song.
But the last time I got asked to do it, I did it, and then they shut up after that.
Probably got some good tips off that too. He actually did Freebird.
They pay me to stop singing it. They're like, "No, dude, stop."
So the show you did in Put-in-Bay, though, is that where you wrote this next song, Hellraisin? Because that's a party island.
I know, right? No, I wrote this song when I was in Oregon, actually. I was out there, and I had a lot of downtime, and so I wrote this song there. And but yeah, the party island is definitely a party, dude. I played out there for a long time, man. I played at Put-in-Bay for like 6 years.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and for a long while, like 2 or 3 years out of that or more. I'd play about 15 to 30 times a year out there, so I basically lived out there for a month. I used to play at the Fishbowl, which was like my first place I played out there, and then I played at T&J's, which is the place that puts on Bash in the Bay. So I got in with a lot of those folks, and all I'll say this is that Put-in-Bay reminds me a lot of Jersey Shore, dude. It's a lot of the same vibes.
All right, so I was gonna say, if you were to describe Put-in-Bay to someone who's never heard of Put-in-Bay,
that's what I say every time. Yeah, I'm just like
maybe something better than Jersey Shore.
There's a colder Jersey Shore. Yeah. It's like a college hangout for like spring breaky. That's what it feels like. It feels like spring break nonstop.
Yeah, but it's like retirees too, though. Like the people over 40, 45, 50, they seem to party harder than.
Well, think about Florida, man. Think about like the spring break.
It's
you got
the
same thing.
North.
You got the the older people, and you got the college kids down there too, man.
You got the Florida Keys. You got Put-in-Bay, Ohio.
Yeah,
same thing.
Funny thing is, a lot of the people who work there, they go down to the Florida Keys during the wintertime. They come back up, man.
I've been there once. I've been there one time. It was fun. I didn't party that hard, but it was fun.
I had a great. I went down there last winter. It was a great time. I would love to go back to the Keys, man.
So let's check this one out, though. This may or may not have been written at Put-in-Bay, Ohio, but Hellraisin.
There you go.
Hellraisin.
This is called Hellraisin. Yeah, this is a wild song. It's about a lot of drinking. So here we go. I've always said, boy, you won't amount to anything. He may be right. What can I say? I've given him my all. Don't have very far to fall. So let's just drink to the morning light. 'Cause I'm a hell-raising son of a gun. I'm always down to have lots of fun. You can find me in any honky-tonk around. And if you come in and buy a drink from me, I swear to God it'll be the death of me. Let's go live it up and paint this town. Well, Mama always warned me, about mixing my life with booze. Oh, I never ever listened. Oh, I just flat out refused. Oh, I ended up learning the hard way, at least a time or two. Oh, as much as I try, just can't seem to lose. 'Cause I'm a hell-raising son of a gun. I'm always down to have lots of fun. You can find me in any honky-tonk around. And if you come in and buy a drink from me, I swear to God it'll be the death of me. Let's go live it up and paint this town. That's right. Well, my baby said I'll never ever get right, so I guess I ought to keep drinking them down tonight. 'Cause I'm a hell-raising son of a gun. I'm always down to have lots of fun. You can find me in any honky-tonk around. And if you come in and buy a drink from me, I swear to God it'll be the death of me. Let's go live it up and paint this town. I said let's go out and paint this goddamn town.
Yeah.
That's a little hell raising right there. Yeah. Honky Tonk special right there.
And you probably tear it up on that red dirt scene.
Oh, yeah,
for
man.
sure.
It's a fun time,
Probably,
dude.
you definitely do.
Yeah.
I like that. That was fun.
Yeah, I wanted to make a honky tonk song, Mom. Like one of those songs where it's like, remember that Brad Paisley song, that fishing song, where he's like, "Well,
Yeah.
I love her." Kind of like that same like false entrance, you know, like this is supposed to be a fast song, man. Good times, good times.
So, would you say that writing this album now, like during post-pandemic, has been harder?
You know, I wrote a lot of these songs. So these are like a collection of songs that I've written. I've written a lot of songs, and I took a collection of songs. These are after 2019, but I've recently been writing a lot more during the pandemic. I feel like it's gotten easier because I've had a lot of time alone. And a lot of times, the most times I write songs are when I'm by myself, and nobody want to be around me during quarantine. So, you know, I mean, during
stay away from me anyways. Yeah. So that's fine.
Yeah, I know, right? So, no, but so I had a lot of time to write music, man, and it was good. And now, studio, it's called Bigfoot Studios in the Toledo area. It's in Waterville. Travis is an amazing producer. I have been very fortunate to work with him. He's been awesome, and I'm excited about this, man. We're working pretty tirelessly on this, and it's been a fun process, man.
I promised not to ask you a date. I promised I wouldn't, but is there like a time frame? Is it by?
We're hoping to get the single out by the end of the year, and then even sooner if we can. And then I'm hoping to get this album out by next year, early next year. It's like, you know, late winter, early spring.
Now, something I notice a lot of the artists been doing too is they've been just releasing just singles. That's it, just the single.
Yeah.
They haven't been doing an album.
Right.
Just the singles, and are you saying no to that, or is it just something you'd rather just?
So what I'm doing is I want to release an album, but I'm going to be releasing singles. So that's another thing to look out for. Is I will have 2 or 3 singles. I think I'll release before we actually release this album, because that way by the time I release it, everybody kind of already knows some of the songs on the album. And not only that, but kind of the same thing. We're like just getting new music out there. I'm gonna be creating a brand new Spotify page and all that stuff just for this, you know, this brand new venture I got going on, and I'm excited about it, man. This is definitely what I've been wanting to do for a long time. But the singles are definitely important because I got to get them out there. All those songs are pretty good. I think Hellraising is going to be a great one. I got some fiddle on that thing too, man. It sounds like super honky tonky, man. It's great.
That's sweet.
Can't wait to have everybody hear that one. Yeah,
it's a perfect time to do this too. Like right now.
Absolutely.
So when you get it done, no matter when it is, will you agree right now to do the show when this album's done?
Yeah, man.
You'll make the drive again?
I'll make the drive again, yeah.
It's not that bad.
I know.
Check the Instagram. We're going to post the difference in guitar cases, because you've been to some really cool places.
Yeah, man.
And you actually come to Michigan more often than I thought, so that's cool.
I do, I know. And like I said, like, you know, I play around the Detroit area quite a bit. I did Tin Roof and North Michigan, or North Detroit, T's Rockin' Roadhouse, and then there's a brewery. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's north of Detroit as well. I play up there quite a bit.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, are you ready for Halloween?
I am ready for Halloween. What are you going to go as? I'm asking you first now.
I'm Ballpark Frank. I'm Hot Dog.
All right,
You'll
man.
see. You'll see.
That's perfect.
What about you?
I'm going to be the bun.
Oh, ooh. Tune in next week for the Halloween special. My guest is going to be
here.
Slasher Dave. We're going to talk about Detroit City haunts and a bunch of other spooky stuff. Special shout out to the sponsor, Matt Bush, the realtor, Division of Remax. First-time home buyers, give him a call. He specializes in the first-time home buying. 586-843-6869. Or follow him on the Instagram, Facebook at My First House. And my is M-I. Brent, thank you so much, man. That was fun.
Thanks for having me on again. I'll see you soon, buddy.
I'll see you soon. Have a good one, guys. Whee! That was awesome, dude. I loved it.